listeners. This is Dr. Kat with Eat, Play, Sex podcast, and I am here with Ashley Rogers.
Hello.
We just finished recording episode 41 of the podcast, and this one was super delicious. It was all about men and men's health, men's sexual health, the trends that are going on here, some of the things that we run into, and how to prevent them, both sexually and just in health in general.
Yeah, it's so much fun. It was such a great episode, in my opinion. I might be biased, but I thought it was awesome. I had so much fun talking about everything, and I probably went on and on about a few things because I get so excited.
I love it. I do too. I'm like, oh,
yeah, like
and then there's this, and then there's this, and then there's this. So Ashley is a naturopathic.
Exactly.
Ashley's a naturopathic practitioner and an herbalist. She specializes in men's health. And what's epic about her work is that she has all of her work online. So she works with men online, which, I mean, if you have a man in the house or if you have a man in your life, a lot of times they don't go to the doctor until it's too, until the problem is become a major problem.
Yeah. Yeah. So, the online service helps them to it's more convenient, and everything is done for them just right in, my portal. And so, the session is done in the comfort of their own home, or if they want to go somewhere else, and I don't know why you would do that, but because you wouldn't have privacy, but everything's done based on, their convenience. And with all of that, available to them, there's no reason why any stone should be left unturned. We can make so many breakthroughs online. And if it's an issue of needing like lab work done, I have contracts with labs all across the United States and some across like in the UK as well. So that's taken care of them, or taken care of for them as well. I do it right, on my side. The requisition is sent to the lab. All they have to do is show up for a quick little lab test, and then everything's sent right back to me. It's really just, it's so simple.
Yeah, AKA Ashley is a wizard for all of you. So go check her out. So Ashley, why should people listen to this episode 41 with you?
Well, I think that men especially, and even if, I'm sure you have women followers as well, and they might be able to like gather this knowledge and take it to their men, but men especially, they need to know some of the dangers of, not taking care of themselves properly. But one important thing is some of these, like we talked about the erectile dysfunction pills, that help men get an erection. Some of that can be very dangerous. So that's one thing I think is important that they need to know, because it's not just a quick fix, and some of the things that they can put into their bodies can really harm things later on. Another important thing I think that we talked about was low testosterone and low T, how that's not just an old man's game anymore. We're seeing younger and younger men with low testosterone, and we cover like some of the reasons why and some things that they should be looking out for to either prevent it, or, if it is happening at an early age, to fix it, and so they'll age healthy. I don't really like to use the term anti-aging, although, I guess that's the big buzzword, but you're still aging, but to age the way you're supposed to.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah.
It was a great episode. There was so much that we talked about as far as like chemicals that produces, estrogens, which are like the most abundant toxins we can find in the body, and they mimic our body's own, like, hormones, which is dangerous because then it turns off the natural hormones that we're supposed to have in our bodies. And if their body thinks that we have them, it's not going to produce them anymore. And it's just like this cascade of things that signs and symptoms and conditions that are not going to be pleasant. So yeah.
And on this, there's like so much. It's a wellspring of information. So definitely check it out. And she's also be launching this masculine healing mankind, which is great. That'll be launching October 4th. So check that out. All these experts on there. I think she's got about 10 experts talking about men's health and how you can help yourself. So in this YouTube video, I love to get to know some of my speakers on a little more personal level, because it for us to be able to see our speakers in a human way and not just the professional can really give us permission to then take a step up and own our sexuality or own our health in a new way.
Yeah.
Totally. So this first question that I have for you
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a favorite mantra or a favorite affirmation for your life that you like to live by?
So for my life, my favorite mantra, well, and this is, this is my main one, is that I alone am strong enough to do anything.
Mm.
And I think that comes from many things, but I think that if we have that and we know that the strength is within us, it's not going to come from an outside source.
Mhm.
We are going to be able to accomplish anything that we
Mm.
want. And that's kind of always been my thing. Like I am strong enough to do this. And maybe that's why I relate to men so much. Maybe that's a lot of my masculine energy that I like to tap into, because I do like to have a balance in the female, like feminine energy and the masculine energy. And I just recently started to get more in touch with my feminine energy, but for a lot of things, to heal or overcome things, I have really tapped into my masculine energy, because that's just what masculine energy does. It protects, it's strong, and it fixes.
It fixes.
It's a fixer.
That's not just a cliche.
No, well, it can't, maybe not like, being the like biggest handyman, but
Yeah.
men
Yeah.
like to fix things.
Totally. I know. So another question, name one song that's on your sex playlist right now.
Um, so this is not going to be a conventional. I love Marcus Houston. He's like an old, well, not old at all. He's like my age, but back in the day, he used to do like, really sexy songs. So there's one song I love called Naked. Really good song. That's always on my sex playlist. And then for the nights that I'm not feeling like I want to just be sensual and I want to have a little bit stronger of a sex night, I have a song by Tool called H. And it has nothing to do with sex at all, but it's just like the frequencies and the vibration of the song and the fucking just, I love
Oh my
Tool.
God, look at her
Maybe
right
it's a
now.
Maynard thing. I don't know. Maybe it's my obsession with Maynard. I don't know, but I love that song and having sex to that song.
Epic. All right. So one favorite book, video, or resource that for men's health that you have out there.
So my favorite one to refer to people, men, is called The Male Herbal. And so I am an herbalist. It's like, that's my passion. That's kind of like my connection to nature and earth, is that I love plants and the healing power of plants. And, guys might not know so much about that. And maybe a lot of people don't. But this one in particular, it gives a really good scientific look into conditions, and also, lifestyle changes that can happen to reverse or heal certain things. And then the scientific research behind certain plants that are specific to males' needs, like adaptogens. We only find adaptogens in plants, and those are, it's for stress relief, for nerve damage and cognitive function, for fighting off toxins. I mean, adaptogens just have all of these great properties, and they're only found in plants, and men especially can benefit from them. So just reading that, it's a quick book. It's a great reference guide, and I have it on my desk like pretty much at all times. So
I love it. Oh man, the types of books that are on my desk too.
I can imagine.
You walk into my house and they're like, why do you have all these sex books on your coffee table? I'm like, obviously, you know what I do.
What's a big deal?
Yeah, that's what I do. What about one myth that you would like to bust for regarding men's health out there?
So for men's health, I would love to bust the myth that men in particular need to eat a ton of animal protein to be big and strong, or to be, healthy. I know that maybe initially we started off needing animal protein, maybe as our species was evolving. But these days, our animal proteins are actually hurting us more than making us healthy. And I'm by no means like some hardcore vegan or telling everyone to stop eating meat or anything like that. I eat how I eat, and I just educate and hope that people will, educate themselves as well. But you don't have to eat a lot of meat to be strong. You eat some salads and stuff. It doesn't make you less of a man.
You can order it. It's not just chick food.
Yeah, totally. It's not just rabbit food. I hear that all the time. Rabbit food. It's like,
No, I have a pet rabbit. I know what they eat.
yeah. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, awesome. Thank you so much, Ashley Rogers. She was on episode 41 of Eat, Play, Sex. So go check it out right now and really educate yourself on men's health and how you can take control of it, because we love you men, and your health and your sexuality and your vitality matters.
It does. That's what we need. You know, we don't need your power. We don't need your money. We need you to be healthy and well and good. That's what we need.
Well, I mean, those things are good too. All right. Well, thank you again. We'll see you next time.
All right.